Hello, welcome back to this series, one verse a week. This week's parsha is Parshat Tzav. That can be found in your Bibles, Leviticus 6:1 through 8, verse 36. Again, this video is being produced for the Jewish reading cycle corresponding to the year 5779. If you have found this video to be useful, or the series to be useful to you in your learning, I wish you would consider subscribing to this channel. If you feel that this video or this series or any of my other projects are worthy of your support, I wish you would consider becoming a patron over on Patreon or making a small donation via PayPal. That information can be found in the information below. Okay, let us start. Parshat Tzav. Okay, this week we're starting, our verse is Leviticus 6:2. That's in Hebrew Bibles. In non-Jewish Bibles, that is found typically on verse 6:9. Okay, so let us begin. Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav lemor zot Torat ha'olah hi ha'olah al mokda al hamizbeach kol halayla ad haboker ve'esh hamizbeach tukad bo. Okay, one more time. Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav lemor zot Torat ha'olah hi ha'olah al mokda al hamizbeach kol halayla ad haboker ve'esh hamizbeach tukad bo. Okay, the verbs we have for this week are tzav. This comes from the shorish tzadi vav hey. Is the same shorts we've seen before of that means command. Put a mem in front of it, it becomes mitzvah. Right, so we've seen that before, but we haven't seen it in this form. This is an imperative form. Tzav. This is a command. Command. This is an imperative, telling somebody to command somebody to do something. Okay, the next verb we've seen this before, is the shorish amar. Aleph memoration means to say. So lemor means saying or to say. And finally, a verb we have not seen is the shorish yud kuf dalet yuchad, which means to burn. To burn. Okay, so tzav, imperative for command, lemor, saying or to say, and tukad, meaning to burn. Okay, so let's look at our non-verbs. Tzav et Aharon, command, direct object, command et Aharon, so command Aaron, ve'et banav, and his children, his sons, lemor, saying, zot Torat ha'olah. Okay, so the first one here is Torah. Torah means Torah, with a capital T, Torah, meaning you can't mean the law of God, the whole 5 books. It can just mean law itself, like in the smaller sense. I mean, a subsection, law, or it means instruction. So Torah actually comes from the word hora, to instruct. In fact, a teacher is called a more, meaning a teacher, an instructor. So really, Torah means less law and means more instruction. Okay, so Zot Torah Ta'olah. This is the instructions for the Olah. What's the Olah? So the Olah is the Olah. That's the name of it. So sometimes it's called the elevation offering. Sometimes it's called a burnt offering. I prefer elevation offering because really the shorish here is connotating going up. Allah means to go up. So they call it a burnt offering because this offering was burnt, and apparently it went up on smoke, or it went up onto the altar, and that's why it has its name Olah. However, to call it a burnt offering is an interpretation, even though it is burnt. The term itself just means an elevation offering. Okay, excuse me. Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav, command Aaron and his sons, lemor, saying, Zot Torah ta'olah. This is the instruction of the Olah sacrifice. He ha'olah, this is the Olah, al mokta, that is on the mokta. Al means on the mokta. Mokta means flame, or some Bibles call it a hearth. I don't like this translation, however, I'm bringing it over. Really, it just means flame. Al mokta al hamizbeach, on the mizbeach. Okay, so Tzav es Aharon ve'et banav lemor. Command Aaron and his sons, saying, Zot Torah ha'olah. This is the Torah of the Olah. He ha'olah. This is the Olah. Al mokta. It's on the flame. Al hamizbeach. That's on the altar. Okay, mizbeach we've seen before. Mizbeach, altar. Kol halayla, all of the night. Laila is night. We've seen that before. Kol ha'olah, all of the night. Ad ha'boker, until the morning. Boker is morning. Ve'esh, and fire. Ve'esh ha'mizbeach, and the fire of the mizbeach. Tukad bo, it shall burn upon it. I just noticed this is not so professional. Excuse me. Yeah, that's better. Okay. One more time with all the words. Tzav et Aharon, command Aaron, ve'et banav, and his children, lemor, saying, Zot Torah ta'olah. This is the Torah of the Olah. He. Ha'olah, it is the Olah, al mokta, it's on the flame. Al hamizbeach, it's on the mizbeach. Kol halayla, for all the night. Kol halayla, all the night. Ad ha'boker, until the morning. Ve'esh hamizbeach, and the fire of the mizbeach, tukad bo, shall burn upon it. It shall burn upon it. Apparently, bo means the altar, the mizbeach. It might refer back to the actual olah, that the fire should burn on it. No real clear indication as what's being pointed to there by on it. Okay, let us look at my translation. Command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the elevation offering. It is the elevation offering on the flame upon the altar the entire night until the morning. And the fire of the altar, I am not doing so hot, shall be kept burning on it. I guess I did some sort of change, y'all, so I'm sorry. Okay. Fine. I don't know how the spelling got off there. Okay. Anyway, one more time. Command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the elevation offering. It is the elevation offering on the flame upon the altar the entire night until the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be kept burning on it. So this is a little convoluted sentence, but yet this is what the Hebrew says. I've tried to render it fairly literally. Okay, let's see what the other translations have done with it. KJV, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the burnt offering. So that for Olah, they choose burnt offering It is the burnt offering because of the burning upon the altar all night unto the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be burning in it. Okay. Pretty literally rendered, except for it is the burnt offering because of the burning upon the altar. So because this Hebrew flows a little odd up here, it says, He ha'olah, it is the olah, ala mokta, that's on the flame, ala mizbeach, that's on the mizbeach, kol halayla. So that just sort of jumps in, and they feel the need to add because. It is the olah, and here they put because it is al ha-mokta, ala mizbeach. It's on the flame, on the mizbeach. So they feel the need to interject. Okay, I wish they would have done that in brackets or had made into italics or something like that. So that's a little bit of a kick against the KJV there. Usually the KJV does not do this sort of thing. Okay, NIV. Give our Aaron and his sons this command. Okay, so first of all, it moved everything around. The sentence says, command Aaron and his sons, saying, not give. So it gives a whole other verb, tain, or something like that, a whole other verb. So I don't know what's up with that. These are the regulations for the burnt offering. Okay, Torah ta'olah is singular. This is the instruction for the, or the law for the burnt offering, or for the raise offering, elevation offering. So this is not plural. The burnt offering is to remain on the altar hearth throughout the night till morning, and the fire must be kept burning on the altar. So they've rearranged this sentence. The burnt offering is to remain on the altar hearth. So here again, the remain is not there. They've put this, added these words in to make sense of that little thing that the Hebrew is a little vague there. So they've added words in. And again, my pet peeve is they've added words without really calling our attention to that fact. Again, the Hebrew says that it is the olah, it is the olah, hi ha'olah, ala mokta, ala mizbeach. That's what it says. It is the olah offering that is on the fire, on the flame, on the mizbeach. So the burnt offering is to remain. That is not there. They take kol halayla. I don't know. They just rearranged this to try to make sense of that sentence. I don't. It's not bad per se, but I don't really like the certain liberties that are taken here. Okay, NRSV. Let's see what's going on. Command Aaron and his sons, saying, okay, this is the ritual of the burnt offering. Okay, ritual's not the exact word I would use, but okay. The burnt offering itself shall remain on the hearth upon the altar all night until the morning. Okay, again, they feel the need to interject remain here. That word remain is not there in the original Hebrew, nor is because, that word because in the KJV in the original Hebrew. So they feel the need to interject. They should have put that in brackets. Okay, JPS. Command Aaron and his sons thus. Okay. This is the ritual of the burnt offering. Again, ritual, Torah I wouldn't call ritual, but okay. The burnt offering itself shall remain where it is burned upon the altar all night until morning, while the fire on the altar is kept going on it. Okay, we see here that it falls into sort of the same trap as the NIV and the NRSV here. They need to interject. Remain is supposed to remain there on the altar, on the fire on the altar. It says it is burned upon the altar all night. So it really just should say it's going on the flame upon the altar. So they turn the flame into a verb. Okay, so they change this and then they interject the word without bracketing it or telling us that that's what's going on. Okay, now let's look at the art scroll, the stone. Command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the elevation offering. Okay, I prefer elevation offering. It's a law. Okay, that's good, a valid translation of Torah. It is the elevation offering that stays on the flame on the altar all night until morning. And the fire of the altar shall remain aflame on it. Okay, they have bracketed. Thankfully, that stays, that remains. So, in fact, this very well is likely the interpretation of what is intended by the Hebrew. So it's not that these other translations that say remain are incorrect. It's just that it's not in the original Hebrew, and as it's not in the original Hebrew, I would be afraid to add anything to the text, especially if it alters the meaning. So I would rather have some ambiguity in my translation, or if not, if I feel the need to add words, I would want to add them in a way that you, the reader, would know that they were added. So this time around, I prefer the stone art scroll. This is fairly literal translation, so good job. Okay, let's go back and look at the Hebrew. Let's go look at my translation here. Yeah, I call it elevation offering. It is elevation offering on the flame upon the altar the entire night until the morning. So you see that this sentence here is a little clunky. So I understand the need to add words. I simply didn't because I wanted to sort of make a point concerning the other translations. Okay, and if I did add words, the remain or something like that, if I was persuaded that that was what was intended here, I would bracket it or put that in italics to highlight to the reader that I was adding something to the text. And the fire of the altar shall be kept burning on it. Okay, so let's go look at the Hebrew one more time. Tzav et Aharon ve'et benav lemor. Zod Torah ha'olah. This is the Torah of the Olah. He ha'olah, it is the Olah, al nokta, that's on the flame, al hamizbeach, that's on the mizbeach, kol halayla, for the entire evening, for the entire night, ad haboker, until morning, she'esh hamizbeach, and the fire of the altar, tukad bo, it shall burn on it. That is the translation. Okay. I appreciate you joining me this week. Hopefully you'll join me next week. Hope you found this lesson to be useful. Kol tuv, hatzlacha rava. Keep learning.